All right, y'all. So, what we are doing now, a couple of things I want to show you on the front side. The most important thing about your piece now, we've already got the bottom side. I'm just saving some video time, but I'm going to tell you exactly what we did. We brought this in on the blocks, on the bottom side, and we used this right here. Odie's Universal Finish Oil. You get this off Amazon. Best stuff on the planet. We did little small circles on the bottom of it. Rather have this than a seal coat of resin because this is actually going to penetrate down inside and clog anything down in there. The resin will kind of go in a little crater hole, if you will, but air is going to try to want to push through that resin while it's still trying to get tacky. So we don't want a bunch of little bubbles on that bottom side. We wanted to oil that right up. I stopped. If you're looking at the bottom, right as that curve bends right over, I stopped right there on purpose so that all this could be the resin. So we did seal this bottom. Highly recommend to seal that bottom. And like I said, we use an Odie's oil instead of a seal coat of resin for that reason. Another thing I want to show you, we are sitting here picture perfect. Again, one of those things we use a digital level on just to get to the spec. And I want to show you something cool. Not only did we use this, but an easy way to get this is this guy right here. So we put it down at this end because this was our low side to get that level. Put it back here on this back side here to get the whole thing up to level both directions. That's why we love these, because when they shrink down, they are really, really flat. That is only 1/8 of an inch, so it gets into really hard to reach. It's great for tile, holding your tile in place, anything like that. That's why we use these. And it allowed us to pick up and actually get shim work underneath of there instead of keep moving stuff around. So we are ready. We are going to mix up just a little bit of tabletop resin here to seal this top coat, or to seal the top of this guy. And we're going to bring you right back, and we're going to get right into everybody's favorite part. Hey, so we are mixing up part A and B. It's a 1-to-1 ratio. We're mixing up a little bit of our tabletop resin. This is going to be our seal coat. Okay. Seal coat is going to clog every one of these pores. It's going to keep it from breathing. It's going to keep it from warping. It's going to keep it from a lot of things. So that's why we're sitting here doing this seal coat right now. If I were to just dump, it's probably going to take about 1 gallon of resin to do a really nice flood coat. If I did that first and skipped this step, we would have literally hundreds of thousands of bubbles on this entire glass finish that would just be fighting. They would never go away. They would sit here and stare at you through your entire project. And no matter how many times you hit them with a heat torch and all that, it wouldn't matter because the wood is trying to gas out those bubbles. It's trying to gas all that out. And if you pop them with a torch, if they pop on their own, they're just going to come right back all the way to the gel part. Once it starts gelling up, then it's going to harden that way, and you're going to have a gazillion bubbles in your finished piece. You're going to have to sand all that back out and then, of course, clean it and go through the whole process again in a flood coat. So that's why we are taking the time to put this seal coat on here to make sure everything is clogged. And also it's going to benefit you to not only seal the pores, but it is going to act like a bonding agent for the flood coat. So when this gets mixed up, we put it out here and everything. It usually takes about an hour. When you can come in here with the backside of your knuckle and touch that seal coat and it does that, you are ready. You're ready to start mixing for your flood coat. On average for us, it takes about an hour, sometimes a smidge longer. But, this little 20 ounces of resin right here doesn't take that long. Check it out. Look at the Ace logo. See how clear that is, crystal clear. Almost ready. All right, so here we go. Look, check it out. Right in the light. That's what you're looking for. You see all the way down in the bottom of the cup? You can see the little dot down there. That's what you're looking for right there, perfection. You can see the stick all the way down. That is perfectly mixed, and it is perfect temperature and consistency to pour. Just to let you know, we are about, pretty sure about 78 degrees in the cup. Yep, look at that. 78.2. So don't get this twisted with this. Two totally different things. Tabletop resin, I know this is tabletop resin, but it's different on the seal coat. We want it warm back here, a lot warmer than we do for the casting part. So here we go. Here goes nothing. Man, y'all are gonna love this. I'm gonna start down this way so you get the full effect. Thank you, Tom. I'm gonna start in the back here, and we're gonna work our way out the gate. So all I'm gonna do is pour. You can stand right there, you're fine. All I'm gonna do is pour a little bit of this out to get it going. And we're gonna move this. They were wondering what we had those there for. There we go. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this right here on the edge first off, because I want this to fall over. See, I'm letting some of that fall over there to go on and coat that back side so that I just come smooth it out. You're gonna waste a little bit, it's gonna happen. Then we're gonna start making this guy come to life. How beautiful that is. Just light pressure is all I'm doing here. And again, I'm not trying to leave a big pool of this up here. I'm just trying to get the surface clogged and covered only. All we're trying to achieve. Now, before we get going with the couple little spaces here, I want to make sure. I think it's got them, Tom. Any little doubt on something, just put a little resin in it. Clog it up. You ain't gonna hurt a thing. This is just a seal coat. Going over all that to make sure if there's any voids. Now I know there's a couple here, so look what I just did. There was a void right there, and I don't want that breathing. So look, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go ahead and get some resin in there, just like that. Streak that guy across. Now I'm going to do the same down here on the other side. Boy, it's just a beautiful, beautiful piece. We're going to go ahead and help this little front here. There we go. So I've got something different here in a minute that we're going to be using on this front. I'm just trying to go ahead and get the resin to cover, just like that. Again, this is just a seal coat. Just a seal coat. Why it's important to be able to get all the way around your piece. I'm going to use the rest of this now to get the back. Dump it right on that edge. And let that work for me. So we're going to take that just like that and move it. All right, now this is a crucial step right here. You see we got a little bit of resin left, just a little bit, on purpose. You can stay down there. What I'm going to do now is get rid of my sticks. Foam brush, preferably a wider one. What this is for is this is going to scoot this across this front edge. It's going to block everything, so we're going to go ahead and get it started, so that it's not blank dragging. Okay, we're still going to save that resin. And this is what I'm going to do. 2 fingers, and we want to cup right around this guy. See, it just fits beautifully on that edge. Doesn't allow too much to sit here. Just like that, coming at you. Doesn't allow too much to sit. It only leaves behind just enough for what we're trying to accomplish. So I do all the sides first, get them squeaky clean like this, because that's all you want on a seal coat. You don't want any extra. You just want enough to do its job, to seal it. We're actually going to do this on the face. It's going to keep runs down. It's going to keep any of that could possibly mess up the flood coat. Now I'm going to do it on the back side. Just going to leave behind just enough. Still going to save our resin, you never know. Now, scrape any excess off here. Now watch. Just like this. When you get to these corners, just pull that right off. Then start. Don't worry about those drips. We're going to get those off. Now we've got a really nice, solid, slick. Look at that. Man, that is wicked. That is just beautiful. Beautiful.